and that was Deluge by 36. That's coming from the 2022 compilation album, The Box. And the first track you heard was Country by Dean Blunt, coming off the 2014 album Black Metal. More of an abrasive noise, electronic pop song, I guess. That's how you would describe Country. I don't know. That's probably one of the most difficult tracks on the album. It's either that one or probably X. No, I'm gonna give it to Country because Country is just very loud, noisy, abrasive. I don't really know what's going on, but I still like it. Good afternoon, listeners of Coffe Noise. I'm your host, DJ Marlin, and if you can believe it, it's Tuesday once again. How are we doing, listeners? Today it is the 26th of March, 2024. Only around, I don't know, 5-ish this week, plus 5 more weeks. I think it's already the end of the spring semester. So, yeah, that's kind of fun. Do I have finals? I think I do. I don't know really. I haven't really checked to see. That's not a good thing, actually. I should, keep up to see, oh, do I have an exam coming up? Do I have a paper coming up? And yeah, I don't. I usually put it very on the end, which is, not the best thing to do. Do I do it? Yes. I've been meaning to try to fix it, but you know what? I really can't say anything bad. I'm a hypocrite. Everyone knows that. Um, anyways, listeners, let's go look into our weather of the day. Right now in the city of Edinburgh, we're looking at a high of 83 degrees. Actually, the high is going to be 84 degrees with a low of 59. The rest of the week, we're looking around for up into the end of this week, we're looking around the mid 80s. Then next week, we're already starting to hit the upper 90s. So it is officially already summertime weather, and it's only about to be, April, I think, next week. So that's cool. Actually, not really, because for me, spring should be, a nice warm weather. You're like, okay, you put on a sweater, but it's nice and warm, 70s, maybe a low 80s. No, we're already immediately jumping up to like 95 degrees, 95, 97. Um, yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that. I'm really not looking forward to that. Maybe I should go out fishing, actually. That actually might be a good idea going because there's I forgot the pier. It's up by I forgot. When you drive by the Harlingen Port, there's like a small retirement community, like maybe like 20 or 30 minutes away from there. I'll remember the name after we play the next track, probably. Wow, that name's really gone on my. The name just popped out of my head. I can't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue. Okay, you have to drive past your Hondo, past the bridge. When it's closed, you can actually drive through. Not when it's open because you really can't drive through there then. But yeah, there's a nice fishing place that I go there because there's like an old family friend there. She lets us fish there, so I might pick up on that opportunity. Maybe go out, catch a few fishes, look at the nice views. You can even see some dolphins up there sometimes and some other wildlife. So that'd be kind of cool to look into. Yeah, but then again, hmm, I don't know, listeners, been kind of tired with school recently. Everything's just, it's the end of the semester, you got exams, you got midterms, finals, everything's coming down on you. Reading, what else? Applying for your classes. I know summer and fall registration, they're already open. So for those who haven't, you should probably go register already, get the good classes. Uh, yeah. Anyway, listeners, we're gonna go up to the next track. This is Boy Racers by Squid off the album Bright Green Field, if I'm correct. I think it was 2021 when the album came out. I can't remember. Anyway, let's get into the track. Remember, you're listening to Coffe Noise. Talk about a change from like a very up, I guess you could say like uptight rock sound to more of like a ambient drone noise. I think that would be like the right word to use, like more like a harsh drone noise. Almost reminded me a bit of the earlier track Deluge by 36. But yeah, that was Boy Racer by Squid. That album, Bright Green Fields, amazing. Really good album. They also came out with the second album. I think it was like last year. I think it was last year or 2022. No, it was last year. They had the album "Oh Monolith." That was a really good album as well. I remember that track when the single came out for "Dream a Swing." I think it's something with a swing inside a dream. That was a good track. Excuse me. Let's see. What do I want to talk about? Let's talk about movies because that's always a fun thing to talk about. Watching films. Last week for my philosophy class, which is kind of out of the blue, I had to watch Barbie. That was actually the first time I seen Barbie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's pretty good. We mainly watch a movie just to critique and talk about like philosophical implications. Taking that class with Professor Morrissey out there. Um, but you know what? I was expecting kind of this dumb movie, just like, oh, well, it's whatever, it's kind of a giant. No, it was actually pretty good. I mean, Greta Gerwig, she is a pretty good director, and she really, I see a lot of her vision in that movie. It's pretty well done. I do. I also do love, the pop color, and obviously the soundtrack. It's pretty good. Let's see what other films I saw. I saw a French art film. This was like maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. La Bonheur, I think that's how you say it. French films are pretty good, dude. All right, like I've been meaning to watch a lot of Godard. What's that? What's that? No, that movie Godard had. Well, he was a part of that. He was like kind of like the forefront of that new wave French cinema that was coming out at that time, in like the '60s, '70s, and I guess you could even say up into the '80s. And then, obviously, when the '90s got like more modern era of film. But yeah, French films. There's other French film that I've been seeing. Oh heavens, what's it called? I can't remember really. Anyways, on Letterboxd, you can do like your four favorite films. I tried to figure out what could I put for like my top four films. So just top of my head, the main five of the five I have is No Country for Old Men. I do love that film. I think the Coen brothers are absolutely amazing on that. I mean, you have what's his name, Javier Bardem playing Sugar, and it's like it was perfect. Then we have Fallen Leaves. That was like Finnish, I think, film from last year. Elephant from 2003, and then coming in from I think it's from 1969 is the Cremator. I think it's a Chet's film, Czechoslovakian. It's pretty good. I really love the soundtrack. It's very like scary, ambient-ish sounding. So yeah, I think it's pretty well done. Good. Anyway, let's get into the next track right now. I don't know really how to say it, but this is Desert Sands Feels Warm at Night. We're going to play more of a vaporwave, or what some would even say a slush wave track. That deep internet, if you will. So, yeah, let's get into it. Alright, listeners, we're back. It is 2:31. This is the start of the second half of the show. Let's take a look at some news going on in music right now. The main thing that caught my attention last week on the 20th was that Shellac was announcing a new album in about a decade. Steve Albini, everyone knows him from Shellac, did a lot of producing work. I mean, he produced that Breeders album, Pod, I think. That's probably one of the best produced album. So, yeah, it's going to be coming out in May via Touch and Go Records. To All the Trains, I think that's what's being called. So I'm definitely going to be looking forward to the album because that album, was it Live at Action Park? That's like my go-to album. I just want to like usually want to listen to something like nasty and loud. I think that's like that takes the cake of it. Let's see. Also, here we're also going to be having a new album coming out by John Cale, Poptical Illusions. There was that Cale album that I liked. I forgot what it's called. It had that track. I think it came out like in the '80s. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like really. It was more like that dark noir song-ish, almost like. And then we're also gonna get a new Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds album, Wild God. I've listened to the single. It's like, oh yeah, that's really good. They had their last album, Ghosting, which I loved, but it was kind of like very stripped back. And then their 2019, 2017 album, Skeleton Treat, that was like a really stripped back the personal sound to it, which I personally loved. I really loved that album. But it was like really dark and heavy, you know? I mean the guy's son died in like a plane crash or something like that. I don't know. The album was like really based around that. It's an amazing album. But man, that was a very dark album to listen to. Did I like it? Of course I did. I think it was amazing. But I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. We're also gonna be getting a new album by Charlie XCX coming out in the summer. Brat. I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to that. I do love her music. A lot of people think like, wow, you listen to Charlie XCX. It's like, yeah, it's like really good. It's like for me, I'm not gonna be pretentious about it. If it's good and has like a nice beat to it, I love, what's her name? Britney Spears. That track Toxic. I use that to test out my audio equipment, nasty track, nothing amazing there. But the bass line's really good. Very poppy, so it's really good if you have like a nice stereo system sound. Oh wow, it's really good. Anyway, let's get back to I believe the 70s. I want to say so. I want to say. Let me check. I am horrible at remembering the years and dates. Forgive me, listeners. Let's see. All right, we're getting back to 1974 with the rest. This is Herbie Hancock with Actual Proof. Man, that's some classic Herbie Hancock. In 1974. Sounds just as clean, just as crisp. Well, listeners, I've been going down a rabbit hole listening to the music that I listened to a lot when I was like in middle school and high school. I know it wasn't that long ago because I graduated. So, by the way, in the summer in May it'll be 3 years since I graduated high school. Um, a bit of me thinks that's kind of cool. The other bit of me thinks that's kind of like, wow, you kind of aged out of it, Rod. You just turned 21 last week, so that's kind of cool. I don't know really. But yeah, I was listening to a lot of like Mac DeMarco. I was like, this is better than what I remember it being. In middle school, him, and I listened to I was listening to lots of that Tyler the Creator album Flower Boy a lot. I remember when that came out in 2017. I was like, I don't know, maybe like 14, 15 years old. I was like, wow, this was cool. It was kind of cool. And then I actually talked with one of my friends from middle school, and he says like, dude, you listen to like a lot of like, I guess what you call like indie music was back then, right? So yeah, I thought it was like really cool. Now, obviously, growing up, you can listen to whatever you want. Obviously, there's no one's gonna tell you otherwise. But back then I was a bit pretentious with that. Anyway, listeners, we're gonna finish off with the final track. It's gonna be a long track. This is a cover of Aphex Twins. This is Stone in Focus. Alright, listeners, and that was a total of 6 tracks played for today. As always, this week's playlist will be available on both Apple Music and Spotify. You can follow me on Instagram at Watford2003. And let's see, final thoughts and ideas. I had Greek yogurt for breakfast today. It was pretty good. I think it was like a peach flavored mango. It was really good. Yeah, I think we're just gonna end it off with that. I'm your host DJ Marlin. This was Coffe Noise. Tune in next week, same time at 2 to 3 o'clock here on Vaquero Radio, the Valley's only student station. Catch you on the flip side. Bye bye.